Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in today's live stream I'm going to be making some wire bangle bracelets that clients have custom ordered. Still waking up, still getting over being sick. It's still a beautiful day just like yesterday. So the windows are open, so the traffic is loud, and just because, like, irony a little bit, you know how I said I was gonna clean the craft room? Like, that's all of yesterday was cleaning the craft room. Well, it took me like all of 10 minutes to just, it's not clean anymore. Hey, Cedar. So it's, I'm gonna be working on some of these live today. Just let me get my situation mildly, still working on clearing off this 6 square inches to function off of. But hey Pamela, hey Ashley, hey Samantha, hey everybody. Coffee, I know, right? And I can never get to it when it's still hot, so it's like lukewarm. So I need to go like reheat it, but meh. I finally, what started messing the craft room up a whole lot is my friend Chris had given me a ton of these boxes here. Just chock full of the coolest stuff. Hey Denise from Boise. Oh, tea sounds good. I have a coffee warmer. I can send it to you. I do iced coffee mostly now. Maybe. I would not lie. I would totally take you up on that. Hey Dale. But yeah, so I've got some bases going here. Let me set this back over to the side. But I wanted to show you guys. My friend Chris gave me just a ton of like super beautiful scrapbooking paper. This is just one of the designs. I have not tried cold brew. I'm pretty limited to what I can do. Just my simple little coffee pot. So I wish I could get one of those bracelets. They're so pretty, and just wow, watching videos makes me want to learn wire wrapping. Right on. Well, that's nice to hear. And I'm hoping to get some like pre-made and posted to my Etsy that are more in just like the $50 price range, so they won't be quite as ornate, but we'll get there. Is the trash even coming yet today? Oh, sorry. Hey, chicken in Florida. Cold brew is amazing coffee. Water, French press, let chill overnight in fridge. No hot water at all. It's amazing. Sinister says, another live video? You spoil us. No, Sinister, I'm just chronically ill-prepared for life. So, yup. That's basically that in a nutshell. Y'all, look at what Chris gave me. An actual Dremel. Like, and I already have the flex shaft for it. Yeah, sorry, it was Labor Day weekend, so trash usually runs yesterday, so now it's running today. But a real Dremel, you guys! Ah. So now I'll be able to do a whole bunch of different Dremel stuff. It goes from 5 to 35. Oh no, Catherine caught Concred too. Fortunately, I'm feeling a lot better. You know. I say as I cough up my lungs. It's going to be loud for like a minute here, though. Excuse me. So, I'm going to be doing more foam smithing. We're getting ready for the big typhoon that's supposed to hit Florida. It'd be quite a hurricane. Batten down the hatches. I really hope it does not end up to be another disaster. Like, I mean, just hopefully just a nice mild hurricane. Can we have like just a light hurricane? Just a sprinkling of hurricane across the... Hey Vaughn, can't watch now. Packing to evacuate from Brunswick, Georgia. I'll see you later. I have the same Dremel and it's awesome. Buy extra magnets now. Right on. Be safe. Please be safe. Oh, want to give you a bunch of stuff too. Just haven't figured out how to reach you directly. I actually drew up this nice little sign yesterday. If you want to ship stuff to me for me to make stuff, because usually I'll make something and like send it back to you just like as tradesies. Hey Marie. Marie says hi, Randy. He says, hey, he's very stressed out about his video game right now. I don't know if you can see him. Just, if this were an anime, there'd be a stress bubble above his head. Yep. There you go. So, Laura Lee, you spoil me so much. I'm actually going to wear this today. Well, I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to put it here so I can always look at it forever. So pretty. Oh, really?
Yep.
Sorry, I can't talk too much until the loud noises stop. Loud noises! Hey, cough drops. My little friends. Hey, B. I'm feeling better every day. I'm in the last little dregs of it. We'll know if we need to evacuate my area by tomorrow or early Saturday. Gosh. My heart goes out to you guys. And please, if they recommend evacuate, please go ahead and evacuate. It's better to not risk it. Veronica says, 2 live streams in a row? Yay. Yeah, I'm horribly unprepared. I don't have any videos shot and ready to go. So, live stream. It's about how it goes. So fortunately, this is tidying up quite a bit better than what it did yesterday. And I'll be able to show you guys how to utilize some... Loving says, how funny, the trash truck is at my house too. Goodness. Show you guys how to implement some scrap wire. Hold that up again. I will sell you parrot feathers. Right on. Now, I'll have to check and see about the legality of selling anything with parrot feathers in it, but since they're an exotic animal, I think it's really, like, illegal and frowned upon, but I'll definitely keep them for myself. Sinister says, I'm actually really excited. I got asked to make a wire sun pendant, so I faked it till I made it, and it's awesome. Right on! That's what you gotta do. Caitlin says, your videos are definitely making me feel better, though. Always good for making me laugh. I'm bringing all my chainmail I have with me. Right? Niona asks, did you make enough money at Dragon Con to cover your expenses? I'm trying to set up a business for my daughter. We did, Nanya. And that's even with as expensive as Dragon Con is. And we pay a helper every year. And we, like, you know, gas is... Or, yeah, well, I mean, we have to. It's just so busy. Gas and parking and food, like everything. Dragon Con is hands down by almost double our most expensive convention a year. Each year, or of the year, I don't know, words, but we did good, so I mean, and we're going back next year, and I think next year is going to be even better, so, but that could be the unrelenting optimist in me, it could just be a fact, so, Randy's over here like, do what? It's a scientific fact. They're wonderful rehome pets. I'd otherwise be locked away in a shelter. Wait, what? Who's getting? Oh, hey, Christy. Thanks for subscribing. Hey, Nikki. I'm doing pretty good this morning. I'm trying to wake up and not be totally dead. Like, I went out and hung out with my chickens this morning, you guys. They haven't been laying eggs, like, all summer. I think I might just not be finding their hatch, like, their clutch of eggs. Like, I think there might be, like, 5 million eggs under the shed. Like, I don't know, 500 rotten eggs. Oh, thank you, Nikki. I have not showered in, like, probably a million years at this point. It's been, like, I meant to wash my hair yesterday, but I take baths every night, but I don't wash my hair. So my hair is super, like, it's not as clean as I like it to be, so it French braids super well. Like, super duper. Because it's, like, so oily. Just don't break them. Yeah, right? I'm just gonna put them in the compost pile and leave them. Hey, Mikio. Hey, Randy. Do you have those vials of oils over there by you? May I have the Immunade? Or just all of them? Ugh. Chris, this Immunade that your friend gave me is the best stuff ever. Bonjour, Kevin. Well, thank you. Christy says hens aren't laying as well this summer. Suffering's going on. Right on. Hey, Mary. Yeah, sorry again for the trash truck noises. I promise, give me just like 2 minutes and I'll start making jewelry. I just need to do my morning rituals of oiling myself up. Which sounds weird. I'm actually getting my sense of smell back. The chickens might sense the storms. I don't know. No, and I don't think it's that because they haven't been laying for like months now. I think since the bigger chickens, like I was used to feeding the small chickens, and now I have 3 huge chickens, so 6 total, and I think they just eat so much more. Where are my favorite pups today? Yo, puppies, where you at? I don't even think they can come over here. This has been a weird year weather-wise. It has. Our hens get special, and Veronica says our hens get special feed for laying, and I feed them the layer crumbles, and then I also give them black oil sunflower seeds, mealworms, and then excuse me, what's it? Red whole wheat. And then my chickens are mostly pets. Like whenever they get old, I just keep them as like retirement home. Do it.
You better not.
Randy says you better not, and it's like, but no, like Poppy's still, she's young enough. She just came into laying over the spring, but like
several of them are still young enough.
well, yeah, all of them except for Nutmeg and Cinnamon. They're kind of old. They're old farts. Like, they're looking a little scraggly, but I love them so much. They're my little Banty hens. I can't eat them. I have hardly any meat on them anyways. No, chickens will actually lay eggs all the time, whether unfertilized or not, so long as they have enough water, nutrition, and light. But I think they're just, like, stressed out by the heat or something. Okay, keep the chickens away from Kevin. He's always cooking chicken something. Greetings from Colorado. I love watching your videos. They're great inspiration for my own crafts. Thank you for sharing your talent. Well, thank you, Barbara. I'm glad to be helpful to you. Blue Jeans says, my grandfather used to have wooden eggs that he put in when they stopped laying. I've got some little ceramic ones that I put in there. And they went broody, like, at the end of the spring and then just haven't laid since. So I don't even know. You know, in King, the eggs just might be being stolen by something, or they might be laying them under the shed or somewhere where I can't find them. Like, I don't even know at this point. I don't speak chicken and they don't speak English, so there's this huge communication gap. Okay, Vaughn, focus. Do you know where my tripod bag is? Ah, I found it. I'll be right back, guys. Oh no! Sherry says I have a beautiful chicken coop and no chickens. Well, the hard part's over now. You just gotta get some clucking dinosaurs. Ouch. Dadnabbit. It's not like I literally barricaded myself into a corner. I get you about the eggs. I had a pet Rhode Island Red, and we didn't find her eggs until my grandmother came to visit. She'd been laying right outside the kitchen door. Oh, no. Jennifer says, morning, Vaughn and Randy and everyone. Have you checked to make sure you don't have a snake eating them? Don't even mention a snake. Randy will burn the backyard down. All of it. He says. Jackie says, missed your live stream yesterday. Missed the link to the lady who made your cosplay bear. Her name is Lorehand. And she's actually one of my friends on Facebook. So if you find me on Facebook, you can kind of like stalk through there. I have everything on my Facebook set to so public. Like, I figured just make it easier on everybody. So I'm digging out the little pieces of my tripod. Sorry for the delay in getting set up this morning. I'm mostly incompetent today. Mostly. Just mostly. You got some mushrooms. You got some too. I love these little tripod arms. It was my friend Lauren that got me turned on to them. Good afternoon, Kim. Oh, it's still morning in here. I'm going to cling to the fact that it's still morning for as long as possible to try to make myself feel like I've been, been productive. Ooh, Oh, Travis says, bought new ears from your friends at Renfest. The generosity of other makers sharing sources and techniques is heart-melting. Such a welcoming community. Eridani are just the best folks around. They really are. Since day one at Randy and I's first convention, Laura and Mike and Sarah and Paul have just been like, I mean, the coolest people to us. And we were like, dude, we're like nobody and y'all are like famous. And they were like, just, I mean, total goals. Like goals. Life goals on every front. They're amazing people. It has a lounge, TV, air conditioning, fireplace, oil paintings, a lot more. It's a hotspot for the young and old and chill. The pictures of her chicken coop. Or of his chicken coop. That sounds better than, can I live in your chicken coop? Hey Melissa, it's good to see you. It's been ages. Sorry guys, I really am. I promise. I'm not pulling a George R.R. Martin here, but I promise I'm going to be recording me making stuff. The stuff is coming. Shout out to everybody who gets that joke. Shari says, I so much appreciate you making these videos because I love to wire wrap now. I don't know how good I am at it, but I sure like it. See, that's the thing, is that you don't have to be an expert to enjoy what you're doing. I was horrible at this stuff when I was starting out, but I liked it, and that's what mattered. Have you ever made jewelry for males? A lot of our chainmail goes over very well with the gentleman. Also, like, the square wire bangle bracelet tutorial I had done. The one that I made in that tutorial, it sold to a young gentleman. He really liked it. So it's, I don't know, to me I just make jewelry that I think is pretty, and guys and girls buy it. So it just works. Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? I don't even know. Excuse me. Oh, that's some good coffee. How am I gonna set this up? Oh yeah. So I have another tripod here. I can't believe how much I've barricaded myself. Do y'all see this disaster that I'm surrounded like hoarder nest? This is a hoarder nest. I need David Attenborough to come over and be like, and here you can see a hoarder in its natural environment, surrounded by all of the things it loves. Have you ever received that flute you were wanting? Which flute? Because there's a couple of flutes that I've had my eyeballs on. Actually, honestly, I probably have all the instruments that I could ever need or want. I just need more free time to be able to play them. Like, if that makes sense. Hey, Derpy. It's good to see you in here 2 days in a row. Okay. So here you guys can see, because a lot of folks ask me how I do my camera setup. And that's with the tripod. It has this little angry. Do I practice every day? And then I've got this little clampy bit that goes onto my camera arm. The amount of instruments you always need is +1. That's fair. Hubby wants to know what Randy is playing. He is playing Smite. And I have to say he's doing an exceptional job of not cussing loudly the way that I know that he wants to. So thank you, Randy, for sparing us your wrath. But he's been like, I mean, there's a bunch of, the game's turned so toxic over, you know, the past, what, 2 years that you've been playing?
A year and a half.
Year and a half? Okay, so here you can see this is clamped on to that, and then we can just adjust the way that it sits. Oh, and I put it on upside down. Good job, Vaughn. You got this. Oh, playing Destiny 2. Just get a barrier for him. It was like, and today we're playing some Smite. Ooh. No, I'm just going to have to put it on the other way. Dad, nubbit. Righty, tighty. Which way's right? Oh, don't die, honey.
The ceiling fell on me.
Oh, you okay? No?
No, I'm dead.
Your bear's awesome. I can't believe... I know, right? Tari did such a good job on it. Like, my mind is blown. Y'all see that bear over yonder? Just waking up, massive headache from the fire smoke. Oh, goodness. What's the name of the site where you get your top? Something about Goddess? Unleash the Goddess. Yeah, she's on Etsy, but she's like on vacation mode. Because, like, if y'all think we keep a busy show schedule, she makes Randy and I look lazy. Like,
She's got a team of people.
she does have a team of people, but still, it's like, they're constantly on the road. Jeez, Vaughn, get your life together. Okay. She's so busy. Oh, sorry, Kim. Here, boop. Nope, that's upside down. Sorry. Oh, this paper smells funny. There you go. P.O. Box 238, Carthage, Missouri 64836. La la la. And then I think I'm going to have to revisit the website and get that plugged in somewhere so I can just link y'all over to the website. Always something to be worked on, though. There it goes. So yeah, I normally just keep this all set up just as is. That way I don't have to do all of this every time we want to record. Yeah, this way you can totally see the way it just like kind of shifts around. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this down. What's your arm art made out of? That's henna. Is that what you're talking about? Let me just set this here for just a minute. I always wonder how bright your closet looks. I actually don't have a light in my closet, so it's quite dim. Sorry. I think I'm hilarious. Okay, so there's that. And then the little camera head you can see here. There's just a little clippy thing. Oh, it's a really nice breeze. It was cold this morning, so I put a long sleeve shirt on, but now it's starting to heat up. So now we'll be able to see. Maybe. So I suppose you'll be making some fairy houses soon. I will be. That's in the next couple of days, actually. I'm going to be getting some fairy houses made. Oh, one leg's not completely tight. There we go. Woo! Slid right out of the casing. There we go. And there we are. Okay. So I'm going to flip this around. Well, that's real nice to say, Nicole. Nicole says, Yvonne, your house is awesome. I wish I had an artsy house like that. Artsy house translates also to messy, embarrassing house that I never want other humans in. Except for, you know, when it's my friends from the internet. Okay, so. Where did I put that thing? So today I'm working on this eye. And I have a little pile of some dust and dog fur and scrap wire. Mostly just trying to keep a grip on the scrap wire today. Where do you get your polymer clay in large amounts? Honestly, I just get it for the most part either from Amazon or like Hobby Lobby or Michael's with a 40% off coupon. Yeah, the dog fur is basically a necessity. It just doesn't come out the same without it. Get some more coffee directly into my body. But yeah, look at these super cute stamps that my friend Chris gave me. I mean, completely brand new and unused, you guys. I can't wait to make you, all my patrons, some super cute little notes. Thank you notes in my monthly kits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you want to tell them what you've offered to do on Facebook?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to flip this around for a hot minute until we get our stuff figured out. Well, now I have to find my wire.
Oh.
Like, I'm a disaster today, baby. Can I hand you a couple of boxes?
Are they empty?
No, they are the ones that I'm keeping for myself. This is all the silk floral, so it's the lightest.
Where am I placing it? Where am I placing it?
Anywhere, honestly.
Somewhere over here.
Yep.
This is neat.
It is. It collapses down, but I can't figure out how to make it do that.
So is it a trash can?
I'm using it to hold scrap paper in because I'll be able to compost it.
Huh?
Okay, this is not for me. This is for other people. Sorry, guys. Give me just a sec. That was what you get for cleaning yesterday, right on. I hope this is okay to share, but I'm a polymer clay artist, and the best place to get polymer clay is Creative Wholesale. They sell pre-milled clay for $1.58 for a 2-ounce block. That's really good to know, Heather. Oh, thank you, Bella. Bella says my hair is gorgeous. And I would say my hair is greasy and gross, but thank you.
Just keep her.
No, for other people. Oh, other people.
Man, people going to get a lot of stuff. So man, people going to be getting a lot of stuff.
Yes, they are. Okay, there's that. This is for me. Oh, thank you, honey. That was all the boxes.
What happened to the big brown one?
It's over here. It's nothing but paper, so I'm going to have to find spots to put that over here. Thank you, though. Okay, so. Holy boxes, Batman. I know. Hey, Heidi. Am I visible? Everyone, first time here. Yep, you're visible. Sorry, I'm just like totally distracted.
Does my sound up too high?
I think your sound is great, but I sell on eBay, and my room looks like your room. Boxes, packing peanuts, bubble wrap, things to sell. Yeah, I've concluded, like, one of my friends also runs a business out of her home, but she's, like, way more self-conscious about it than I am. And I'm like, babe, I run a business out of my house. This is never going to look like it belongs in some kind of, Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Do what?
Nice thing.
Yeah, my house is never going to look presentable and nice. I will be doing some henna. Once the powder arrives, I'll be mixing it up and showing not only how to dye your hair.
Have you already?
Today. Excuse me. Goodness. Jeez, Vaughn, cough along. Okay. Which I'm also going to have to do another Parawire order because I'm getting low. Okay, so. La la la. Flipping that around. Farty motorcycle noises from outside. Because you can't have a live stream without motorcycle farts. Well, thanks, Heidi. What time did you come on today? About 30 minutes ago. I'm just horribly incompetent and can't get my act together to actually get something made. Where are my pliers? There's my pliers. Here, there be pliers. Do what? Excuse me. Sorry for all the coughing, you guys. I'm just dead. Henna is actually a plant. The question is, what's henna made out of? It's a plant that's native to kind of northern Africa and the southern Mediterranean region. And it's a plant very much like indigo that has like a super high pigment content. Here's my address again for you, Gary. You mix it up with like lemon juice and some different essential oils. It stains your skin and your hair pretty nicely. Thank you, Penny, for posting that. Yeah, could you turn it down just a hair? There's some creepy voices on your game.
Yes, there are.
Okay, so for this eye, I'm going to be using a 26 gauge. Let me rummage it out. 26 gauge silver plated silver, and a bunch of lengths of 18 and 20 gauge hematite colored parawire, as well as, hey Randy, are you starting a match? Has it already started? Okay.
What's up?
I need that, you know that bin of wire wrapping stuff that's in the trunk of the van?
I believe it's in the house.
Where's it at in the house?
I thought I brought it over there next to the sewage blocks. Could be wrong.
Okay, because I don't see it. Yeah, I've got to get started.
In the van. I don't know.
Okay, it's just that I was going to ask if you could find it for me, because I've got to get started on making this. People have been waiting around for like half an hour to see me make a bracelet, and they've basically gotten to watch me rummage through my crap and drink coffee.
Yes, they do.
As they do, that's right. Okay, what's the comments and stuff? Sorry. Henna Mehendi, we like creepy voices. Could you get your camera focused better? I will, Lee, thanks for asking. So happy I caught your live stream today. Always happy to watch you and learn from you. Right on. Well, I hope that this will actually end up being helpful for you guys. Getting my camera situated just a little bit more. There we go. Did you ever finish your peacock outfit? Nope. No. I wish. That's a whole lot of nope on that one, though. So. But yeah, I must... Eep. Okay, so of course, knocked into my tripod. It's all part of it. So out of curiosity, you giving us your address and all, do you get fan art from your fans and such? A lot of folks will send me beads and materials to make them something out of, and then I get to keep the rest in trade. Some folks do send me some really amazingly beautiful artwork. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if it's just because they like me or as like a thank you for the tutorials that I put out or what, but I'm not going to argue with a good thing. But they send me some beautiful stuff, you guys. Like that one is by, oh, where's her business card? I've got it tucked away in here somewhere. I didn't want to lose it. I have a whole pile of my life that's like, oh, I'll put it here so I don't lose it. This one was by the Cat's Meow Creations, and she did such a good job. Sierra asks, where do you buy the glass that you paint your eyes on? I buy them on Amazon because the shipping's just a little bit faster than on AliExpress, but it's the same product. If you go to any of my eye painting tutorials, you'll see where there's a link where I post to the sellers that I purchase from. Okay. So I pulled off 2 arm spans of my 26 gauge wire. And I'm just snipping it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a couple of lengths, if I have any with me. Oh, and I don't. Because I'm looking for my 18 gauge, and I think I have all of my 18 gauge spools out in the van still.
Are they all in that tote?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you exactly where it is.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to leave the live stream. So I'm going to find a couple pieces of wire to wrap together. This one, that feels like a 20 gauge. This one's an 18 gauge though. How do you sign up for the rings? How do you mean, Sherry? Oh, well, on this one, this was just a fractal wrap that I did on the eye, and then I epoxied it to the bangle base. Here's an example of one and how it looks on the back before it gets epoxied. That way the epoxy has a lot to hold on to. Ooh, Melissa says, I made a dragon's eye on an old window pane. Came out pretty good. Right on. Oh, I'll take a fair share of fartsy with my artsy. I'm not going to get picky on y'all.
That is the 3rd time today the ceiling has fallen on my head and killed me.
Oh no! And here's a piece of 18 gauge square wire that I found. Like, that's my life today. It's just like, hey, here's a piece of wire. But I lost that first piece of, there it is. First piece of 18 gauge. So I'm going to start off just with some wrapping. And here we go. You mentioned yesterday about having the coils made but not cut yet. Oh, I don't have those on my website yet. Oof.
Oh, get your brakes checked, buddy.
Yeah, it's the neighbor. Oh, God, ouch, my brain. Ouch.
Oh, yeah, let's just keep riding it.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. So just pushing these two little ends together. Because I want to show you guys how to do a weave that I really enjoy. And I'm going to come down to, I've got a pretty long piece of wire here. Nicole says, so you use epoxy to secure things. What do you think of E6000 glue, and what epoxy do you use? Also, how fast does it work? I use, it's DevCon 2-part 5-minute epoxy. It comes in little tubes like this, but I lost the cap for it. But that's fine because it doesn't dry and harden until you mix it together. Is the picture blurry? I mean, it is a live stream, so it might be kind of just, it has to go to space.
Holy crap.
What's up, baby?
She's the only one that hit me.
And you died to death?
Yes.
Goodness.
It doesn't make sense. She only hit me for 600. I have 1,200 health. Why'd I die?
I don't know if you've seen my message from before, but thank you again for the symbol pendant. I love it. It didn't have your name on it, though. I was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jennifer. It's, honestly, Patreon's been going so successfully that, I'm kind of a little overwhelmed by it. So, like, hopefully I'll be able to get a bearing and stop being so panicked every time I, do, like, my monthly shipments. Like, I'm getting better and better every month, but it's just, there's a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm sorry for not signing your pendant. Yeah, Randy's gaming troubles. So I'm coming through and I'm just doing, I guess, what's called a figure 8 weave. But you can see how I've already shaped the wires because I want a kind of like eyelid shape. And so for the first couple, I'm just going to do 2 wraps on one side and then 2 on the other. And I think I'm going to do 5 repetitions of that. Bye, Derpy. I'll see you around. You can count it by pairs of 2, so it's 1, 2, 3 rotations. So this is my 4th. And here's my 5th. Then after the 5th one, I think I'm going to alternate, and I'll show you what I mean by that. How on earth do you keep up with everyone on Patreon? That would scare me. Oh, I flail around and cry a lot, Nicole, like, basically. And then Randy swoops in and saves me from myself and helps me process all of the orders. And I'm blessed to have a bunch of very friendly, patient, and kind patrons who understand my professional level of incompetence. 2, 4, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now these are 5 segments of where I just did 2 rotations. So now I'm going to do 3 rotations. And what's that gonna, blah, 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 blah. What that is going to do is give me a little bit more of an expansion on this side as opposed to this one. Patreon is a website very similar to like Kickstarter or GoFundMe, but instead of making a one-time pledge, you can do a monthly pledge. And for our $1 patrons, you get exclusive access to content, and you also get like a, you know, 1 entry into any of my giveaways and drawings and things that I do. If you pledge $5 or more, you get more exclusive content, as well as 5 entries into all of our giveaways. And then if you pledge $10 or more, I ship you kits and materials based off of what category you've chosen. And they're usually like focus on the things that we're doing that month or in the previous month, or just something that I have a bunch of that I want to share with you guys. Like last month I sent out a whole lot of handmade polymer clay cabochons. Ah, thanks for your $10 pledge, Elena. Where do I get my bracelet bases? I get these from Michael's, but I'm going to be doing a tutorial showing you guys how to make your own out of leather, because once I get finished with this batch of custom bases, custom bracelets, I'm actually going to start doing them almost exclusively just on leather. That way, I'll have a little bit more control over the sizing and shaping of the piece, if that makes sense. 1, 2, 3. And y'all, I used to have nice fingernails. Not today. Sorry for the blurry picture. It's a live stream. We have crappy internet and it has to go to space. So, but all of these all of these techniques have been covered like in other videos as well. But yeah, see how that's kind of just shaping along? Did you do any tatting whilst you were traveling to and from DragonCon? Kate, I brought all my tatting stuff with me and did not tat a stitch. It was just, I mean, between getting ill and just like sleeping the entire way there, basically, it's just, DragonCon's such a beast. I'm lucky to get to actually like go to the bathroom and eat while I'm at DragonCon, much less actually make anything. There were a couple of pieces that we made for in the booth, while in the booth, but it was just wire stuff. Oh no, Ilana's got the crud too. Christy says, do you love making jewelry? I do. I love making things. Like, it doesn't have to be jewelry. I also like costumes and fairy houses and just anything, like, just, I'm addicted to that creative process and that feeling that you get when you finish something and you're proud of it, like before the artistic dread sets in of every mistake you've ever made in your whole life. That very fleet pride and enthusiasm and like, yay, I made a thing. Like, I'm addicted to that feeling. So, like, I'm constantly making more stuff. No, tatting is, yeah, it's lace making where you can use, like, a bobbin or a needle and make just some cute little, like, dainty-looking things. I have some tutorials up here on YouTube. Just a few, though. I need to do more. I need to learn more before I can teach y'all more, though. Excuse me. Okay, so here I'm just keeping up that repetition of 3 weaves on this side and 2 weaves on this side. Well, thank you, Marcia. Like me, I love crafting and jewelry making. Recently started doing it as a job. Right on. No, I don't do tattoos, Nanya. I'll do henna all day on people, but tattoos are a little bit more permanent, and I'm not quite there yet. I think with my freehanding ability. Do you have a basic wiring for us beginners? I'm trying so hard. This weave that I'm doing here actually is a pretty good beginner's weave. It's just because it's so repetitive. It's called a figure 8 weave, but there's a lot of different things that you can do with it too. So even though it's like beginner, it's not at all like limited in what it's. Gosh, man, my brain just does not work. It's not limited in its function. Like, you could do anything you can imagine basically with it. Travis asks, are you interested in Gen Con? And tell me what you need for me to do to make that happen. I worked there and was surprised at the non-game clinics and workshops, including writing. Right on. I am super interested in Gen Con. And it's basically if you could introduce me to the person in charge of programming or in charge of a guest liaison, so that I can kind of get my foot in the door and be like, hey guys, I'm interested in being a guest. Can I send you my writer, of like things that I have to offer to your convention? But it's, usually I really understand if the convention wants me to like go and attend and teach first so that they can actually see what it is that I'm doing before paying me to be there. But, because it's an investment and I don't want them to be like, who are you? But at the same time, we have such a thickly booked schedule of conventions that are having us in as guests now that it's like, I don't know. It's a juggle for sure. So that's how it's kind of coming along.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
What happened?
This entire team.
Yeah? Click the little bell by the subscribe button. Oh, right on. Jessica says, your voice is so relaxing to listen to when I'm eating a roast dinner and sharpening a buttload of coloring pencils and testing pens that we've had for years. Right on. I'm glad you think it's relaxing. I'm kind of congested today. Izzy, I get the bracelet base from Michael's. It's a hobby store here in America. Melissa says, so sorry, Randy. Well, hey, Melissa, you're playing Smite. Do you want to play with Randy? That way he has at least... Yeah, that way you have at least one other person who's competent on your team.
No, not today.
He's like, no, not today. He's too grumpy. Sorry, boo.
Imagine that.
Right on. We'll have fun, Bee. This is going to be a pretty long live stream. These bracelets are not quick to make. Right? Oh, okay. Hey, Dan. I'm pretty okay. Like, I'm doing better today. I'm pretty congested still. I haven't taken any medicine yet, though. I try to take medicine as infrequently as possible. I also haven't had breakfast yet today either, though. I got a 2-day-old burrito sitting in the fridge waiting for me. So there's some more how that's coming along. Yeah, Randy's pretty frustrated. Right on. Thanks, Jan. Is it Jeannie or Jan? Eat and make tea, right? I might take a tea break here in a little bit. Go get my other wire out of the van and feed myself.
This will be over very soon.
Okay. But yeah, it's my goal for these is to keep it just as meticulous and even as possible. And it doesn't always work out that way, but you'll be surprised at how forgiving it can start to be. Okay, what's your question about the wire in it? Okay, so right here, I'm actually going to start, I need it to curve around a little sharper, I think. What's up, babe?
You finally used a move.
What?
I think that's the first move this character has used the entire match.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
No, I'm still going to keep it just at 3. Troll alert. Oh, well, thank you, Christy. Christy says, I think you're amazing when it comes to making jewelry and other crafting stuff. I showed my sister what you can make, and she was amazed. She now watches your channel as well. Right on. The question is, have you used the cheap wire from Walmart? Yeah. It holds up okay at first. The problem is in the longevity of it. It does oxidize down to super dark. Like, it doesn't stay shiny silver. Oh, well, I hope you get to feeling better, Lee. The Parawire works much better, than the cheaper stuff. The enameling doesn't crack when you bend and shape it. It barely cracks at all. I mean, you have to hammer the heck out of it to get it to split and fray and, like, get, you know, messy. This one, as far as I've found, the silver-plated silver stays silver. Which I think is, like, super good. Now, also, another suggestion, though, is that to go ahead and use Parawire for the core wires, which would be much more expensive, being, like, 18 gauge, and then get an Argentinium or sterling or pure silver to do the wrapping with. Right. And there's some wire that it's like, if it's the cheap springy stuff, I can't even wrap with it. And so it's like, don't, be hard on yourself. It might just be the material you're working with too. Sherry asks, have you ever tried oxidizing your copper? I have, but not with the parawire because I get the enameled stuff. But I usually do the boiled egg in a Tupperware method instead of dipping it in liver of sulfur, just because more often than not I can't find my liver of sulfur. Yeah.
Oh, man.
What you cackling, honey?
This game.
Maybe take a break? I mean, I know you have to, but it's...
I'm the one that sucked, even though I tripled his player damage and 6 times his minion damage.
Don't confuse him with the facts,
4
baby.
more kills than he did. No, that sucked. That's cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, clearly. Poor thing. Okay. Can you see what I'm writing? Because that's pretty fun. Yeah, hey, Freya. I can see what you're writing. Melissa says, I can't wait to see what Bacchus items you make with the grape stuff you got yesterday. I know, right? Like, I'm thinking about making, like, a shield or something. Wow, how do you do that with the egg? Can you show how? I will, Izzy, next time I have some copper that isn't, plated. Yay! Sinister ordered some 50mm eye bases. Christy asks, what's Argentinium wire like to work with? I'm thinking of trying it. Well, it can be kind of stiff, but honestly, this silver-plated silver is kind of stiff to work with anyways. Just make sure that you get dead soft, because you can always harden it up, but unless you have like a kiln and stuff, you can't anneal it to get it to go back down, if that makes sense. Honk goes the car. See, I just keeping everything all nice and tight and smushed. You okay?
Yeah, it's not out there in the van, so I did bring it in yesterday.
Is it on one of the 6-foot tables? And see, that's my problem, is like I'll pull on it and it'll start to slide down. So, hey, Karen. Oh, there goes the neighbors. Because it was in the back underneath the gray bag, I thought.
Right.
I have no idea.
Oh. It's in here under the grid bag.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
There you are.
Thank you, honey. Could I have a couple... Well, I guess, could I have my old burrito?
Yeah.
I figured I'll let you have the sushi and I'll eat the old burrito.
You sure?
Yeah, because you won't like my old burrito. Hello, Yvonne. What are you doing in this moment? I am making a dragon eye bracelet, and I'm doing a figure 8 wrap on a piece of 18 gauge and square 18 gauge wire. And I'm trying to make a piece that'll go kind of across the top there. Oh. Can I have one of the pieces of sushi?
Have what you want.
Okay. Okay, guys. I'm going to have a breakfast break, so give me just a sec to move the camera. Just a bit. And we can hang out for a minute while I eat some sushi and an old burrito, because hashtag never thin. What's up? What's up, Izzy? Oh, Randy is awesome. Hey, when you switch to leather, are you making your own leather bracelet and lacing them, or pre-made with the snap included? Some of them that I had, some pre-made bracelets. Yeah, I'm only going to have one piece of sushi, then you can have the rest, honey. Mango crunch roll, you guys. It's so yummy.
Well, have your burrito and then see if you still offer me that offer. Excuse me, sir. What you doing, sir?
I have rice in my nose now. You don't have to use square wire, ever. I just like the way it looks. Oh my gosh, Randy, I took a bite and sushi went right up into my sinuses.
Oh, fun.
So, like the wasabi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Excuse me. Hey, Daniel. Yvonne, in the top of one of the sorting tubes is a glass grape. I saw it. It's so cute, Jim. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get some water. Well, hey, Samuel Dog. Jean. Okay. I know, doesn't he, though?
Mm-hmm.
Sam's over here, and they're like, he wants his mommy. And I'm like, he wants his mommy's burrito. Okay, so science experiment. 2-day-old Cantina Power Burrito from Taco Bell.
Is that really science, though?
It'll do. So, if I die, know that I loved you. Oh no, I didn't see your question, Jerry. Is it Jerry or Gary? I can always use more sorting devices. Oh, Harley Dog is living at her new home in Colorado with her dad's cousin. What is your favorite color of wire to work with? I love working with copper. I feel like it really makes just about any color pop. I love the copper, the antiqued copper, the vintage bronze, the titanium, and the silver-plated silver are like my go-tos. And we've lost her T-minus 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Sorry.
So is your burrito still good?
Yeah, I think it'll be alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the lettuce isn't as fresh as I would like it to be, but it's okay.
Because there's 3 other pieces of sushi.
I'm not going to have another piece of sushi because I've still got rice stuck in my sinuses.
You don't want it.
Hmm?
You sure you don't want it?
Have at it, baby.
Alright.
Why 2-size wires? My name is pronounced Jerry. Because I'm using scrap wire. And that's just what I had. Hey, Pixies. Yeah, I'm taking a breakfast break because I never ate breakfast this morning. So I figured I'd get some FaceTime in with you guys and answer some questions in between wrapping. And eat this science experiment of a burrito. Hey, Patricia. Do you have a wax warmer or anything for your essential oils? What is your favorite scent? I really enjoy patchouli and orange mixed together, and lavender and rosemary mixed together. Hey Karen, thanks. Sorry for the train, you guys. It's just loud everywhere. Well, I mean, it was in the fridge. Don't make me nervous about my food, you guys. Nature, I'm probably going to be streaming for like, honestly, 4 or 5 hours. I don't even know. I know, right? Daniel's like, it's almost like if the trains deliberately toot when you're live. It really does seem that way, but they don't even know I exist. So it's like, How dare you not eat breakfast? I demand that you eat extra to make up for it. No excuses. Right on. The dog always wants my food, don't you, Sam boy? He says, Mom, you better not eat that burrito. You should let me eat it. Because I'm a good Sam dog.
Is that how that works?
I mean, clearly you're the best Sam dog, but I still need my breakfast burrito. Okay. So this is what we have done so far. It's going to be the brow part over the dragon eye. Burrito, bracelet. Ooh, Sensi, right on. Ooh, sandalwood and myrrh do smell super good together. Honeysuckle's my favorite smell, but I haven't found a synthetic version that I really liked. Mm-hmm. Angela asks, what is the next convention you will be at and where?
SpaCon.
We'll be at SpaCon down in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
If they watch my videos, they know.
Randy says if y'all watched his videos, you'd know, but... and then the weekend after, we'll be at Archon up by, in Collinsville, Illinois. It's right by St. Louis. Just right over the river. What did you think of that double eye necklace I posted you? Oh my gosh, Tanya, that was beautiful. Missy asks, have you ever messed up so bad on a project that you gave up on it and decided to stop for a while? Usually I force myself to power through it. Ooh, oh, I hope to be there in January. Like, I've applied. I'm in the lottery process, but I don't know for sure if I'll get in or not. Like, they haven't taken my money, so I'm not in. If you want to send them a message and say, you know who I really want to see at your convention, blah, 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 and, like, tell them that it's me, so.
Blah, 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 but make sure it's me.
Yeah. I think that's it for this burrito. I'll eat the meat side, but not the lettuce is, like, fermented. That's what we get for never going out and getting groceries. We won't be going to Wizard World. Ooh, the Isle of Wight. No. I had no idea, Jessica. Just a messy burrito. Hey, Mandy. Did you give this to the dogs when you get a chance?
Is it no good?
Mm-mm.
Should I eat it?
Don't eat it. Post-con food poisoning detox.
Is that how that works?
Probably. My favorite smell is cucumber melon. Right on. Crazy asks, where are you from? I currently live near Joplin, Missouri. Sam will be farting if you give that to him.
Sam will be farting anyway.
Sam will be farting anyways, that's true. No hablo español. Like, just a little. Woo! Watch it, puppy. Are you gonna decorate for Halloween? I have been decorating for Halloween all year. My yard's gonna be all overgrown and scary, and my house has all these cobwebs. Ooh, that'd be cool, Sherry. My nails wrecked. Okay. So, back to work. I'm gonna see if I can't get some more lighting over here. Ow. Stabbed myself with a calligraphy pen. Your window ornaments? Oh, yeah, they're little agate slices with for sun catchers. Yeah, I made them. Okay, flipping the camera around. Crazy asks, are you single or married? Well, Randy and I have been dating
Why are those the only two
for
options?
12 years. But we aren't legally married, but we all but are. Like, it's like we're together for ibs. Give me a sec, I gotta blow the burrito out of my nose. I know, right? So charming. Like, oh my god, I'm so charming. Oh, bodily functions. That's way better though. Just saying. Okay, so. Yeah, well, we can claim common law, but we do enough loopholes that we don't have to. There we go. So this is how far that we've gotten. Yeah, I'm probably going to regret that burrito. Regerts. No regerts. Mm-hmm.
Well, what have we learned?
Nothing.
Burritos.
I've learned nothing. Like, is that fair?
Maybe.
Wrapping. Ooh. No, I don't have a tile saw. But that sounds super cool. Right. Jennifer says, I love all the plants you have in the house. Do you have a spider plant? I have one but can't get it to grow big. What's your trick to grow your plants? I do not have a spider plant. Actually, I'm not very good at growing my plants. Like, I try, but, like, they try. But, I don't know, I try to at least water them once a week. Twice is better. Especially if, like, you know, in the summer, they're just doing a lot of growing. And the air is quite dry from the air conditioner. But it's actually in the winter that the soil dries out so quickly because of the furnace. Was it better with or without the light, you guys? Melissa says, I feed my plants cold coffee, lol. Right on. Hey, Lara. Yeah, Lara says, it reminds me, that's plant watering day. But yeah, I usually try to water them right before I leave for conventions, and then water them again whenever I get back. Just because it's a nice little mile marker. Except for we've been doing less and less conventions here lately, so I'm going to have to find a different way of going about it. So I'm coming back down on the decrease now, kind of tapering them back together. Hey Colby, I am making a dragon eye bracelet, and so far I'm just doing a figure 8 weave around two 18 gauge wires. Yeah, that's basically how it's been going down, Jim. Is you know, and Jim says, you know, less conventions, more online sales and videos, but it's sending out our monthly craft crates has actually become like our main source of revenue, and it also takes like 2 weeks out of the month just to accomplish. And then keeping up with like ring sales like off the website, and like it's the dynamic of our business has changed completely over the past year since starting up YouTube, and I could not be happier. I just wish I were a little better at my own time management. But did you answer my question? Because I had to refresh my iPad. Could you ask it again, Sherry? Curious how many bunnies you're up to. We haven't had a critter update in a while. Well, Melissa, through the heat of the summer, we lost some of our older rabbits. I actually haven't done any harvesting. They're all just too cute, and I haven't had the time. So I've just been keeping them basically as lawnmowers. Like, I put them in their tractors and just let them chew the grass down. So I have a legion of about 19 lawnmowers at this point. And I don't have any bucks, so no new bunnies are in my future. Yeah.
They sure went.
Did he just smash his head?
Well, you know how, like, there's the whole you toss it, and then they totally miss.
Oh, no. So now there's burrito all over the floor?
Yep.
Oh, Sherry asked, do you have a tile saw? Because my son bought a geode, and it would be cool if you did a piece for him. No, I don't have a tile saw.
I don't even know what that is.
It cuts tile.
Oh.
Is Parawire better quality? It is. Parawire is the best enameled wire on the market. They also sell bare copper, and I think they also have some precious metals, but I have not used those. So I'd like to. But I can't recommend Parawire enough. They have like a minimum order of like $25 if you buy from their website. They're just, it's really easy to hit that mark. Ooh. Yeah, and for my houseplants, twice a year I top dress them with worm casings. Worm poop, guys. It's the best. Can you get Parawire? Where can you get Parawire from? I could only find it on Etsy. Their website is parawire.com. It's right there. If the camera will focus. Right there. And then you can go to their enameled wire. Amazon has it too. Excuse me. And like Amazon's better, I think, if you just want to buy like one spool of it. But whenever I'm buying like in bulk, I just get it right from the website. Where's my cough drops at?
Hey!
What's up?
I got a $5 voucher today.
Go Randy!
Oh. No. Never mind. Someone deleted their $5 play.
Aw. Poor baby. I'm sorry. Stuff comes up though. You know. Like people's finances change and
Seasons change.
you can also Randy, you can go over and click on your exit surveys. And you can see like Patreon gives everybody an exit survey when they
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I've only had 2 people stop being a patron because they hate me. Everybody else is like, it's differences in their finances, or they only planned to pledge for a short amount of time, or, you know, and not just because they hate me. Hey, B, welcome back. Oh, watch it, puppy. Sorry, the dog just tackled my camera tripod. But yeah, so it's a little less even than I would have liked to have been right there in the middle. Do you have a tutorial for the eye? I do. Not for this one in particular, but just for painting dragon eyes in general. I can't really post links right now because, I'm on a phone and I can't even figure out how to type a message to you guys from on the phone. Your dog's hyper from the burrito, then he's gonna explode out the butt. Yeah, probably. No, the burrito was still okay. It was just the vegetables in it had sat in their juices for like 2 days. So it was kind of slimy.
So where do you see their exit thing? Is it on notifications?
No, it'll be under dashboard, I think. And then exit survey.
Ah.
There you go.
Okay. Their financial situation changed.
Right on. I know, because I'm super paranoid when people close their Patreon account. That I'm like, what? What did I do? I loved you. I thought we were friends. But there's always like, you know, money is such a fickle thing to mess with.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate any support. But it's like the, you know, low self-esteem in me is like, oh, you know, it's because you're garbage, right?
Well, I guess you're drawing new law. If more people... Because that's the only one that's...
Oh, right on. Colby asks, how long have you been making the dragon eye? About 40 minutes at this point, I think. Like, it took me like 30 minutes to set up. And then I've been wrapping for about 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah, did you ever tell them what was going on with my Patreon?
I didn't. I totally got distracted. Randy is actually having... If you want to pop into the chat, honey, and share links. Right on. Randy's having a poll on his Patreon to help decide what the next character skin should be. And I figured to kind of help him out and have a little bit of fun with it and give me some incentive to start drawing again. If we can get 30 votes over on his poll, I will do a fan art of the winner, and then he will be giving away the original piece as one of his Patreon prize giveaways. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood the question. Yeah, I've been making dragon eyes for like 6 or 7 years now, but this one for 40 minutes. Have you done much with metal fusing or melting the wire ends to make your own head pins? No, I wish, like, but I'm flammable and made out of meat, so I don't do a whole lot with heat. Right on. Fake it till you make it, Kate. And I'll show you guys some tricks, too, for getting it to come out a little more even. But yeah, you can see out of that 2 arm spans, it's almost like used up just on this one piece. So these use a ton of wire. Delta and dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? Did I hear you say he was meeting you here today? Yeah, A-N-G. I know who you're talking about, Melissa. And it's like, oh my gosh, I love the Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That whole... I haven't watched Korra yet.
We do own it, we just haven't watched it.
Yeah, we own the entire season, or series. We just haven't watched it yet. Because it's one of those that's like a little too interesting to watch while crafting, because I won't get anything done.
Then there's the whole prepping for dragons.
Mm-hmm. The whole, like, August is just a mess, because we're prepping for dragon, we're trying to not die to death. And then getting back from dragon, like, it takes almost until the end of the month just to have fully recovered from it. Okay, so now I've gone back to just doing 2 by 2. Hands of blue, 2 by 2. Delta and dawn, what's that flower you have on? Did I say? Nicole asks, how much inventory would you say you need to start doing shows? Rough glass, I'm planning to build my inventory over the coming year. The way I would put it is, if you want to make $1,000 at a show, then you'll need to have probably, you need to have at least as much as what you want to sell. If you only have $500 worth of inventory, there's no way you're going to make $1,000 at that show, because you just don't have it there with you. And this is, again, just speaking from my perspective. So, things that you do might work out differently for you. But also look at your show density. You want to make sure that you have enough inventory that you can do a show this weekend, get sick from the convention, and not be able to really make anything, and still have enough inventory for the convention, 2 weekends after. So Randy and I travel around with about $10,000 worth of inventory at any given time. And that's like total. That's our costumes and everything. And that's like our baseline. We prefer to have way more than that, just because the more stuff you have, the more likely you are to sell it. Because, Leo, if I had only one purple eye, it might not. Well, we're just looking at the inventory sales. We're not considering any of the other overhead. So it's if that makes sense. Because, I mean, you do want to factor in booth cost and hotel and gas and, vehicle maintenance and all of that. But that doesn't factor in how much inventory.
The ceiling kills me more than anyone else.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you just doing arena?
Yeah, I'm doing corrupted arena.
Okay.
Trying to farm those shards.
Right. Okay, so this is how this is coming out. But I kind of feel like with inventory, you're casting a broad net out into the audience. Yeah, always factor in getting con cred. I forget what I was talking about. Sorry. Yeah, I think he would, Melissa. Melissa says you'd have more fun moderating right now.
Maybe, but I gotta farm these out.
Yeah, he's farming shards for on his YouTube channel. I really hope we'll be able to buy him a decent computer soon. That way he can screen capture for the console games that he does actually enjoy.
Other people.
Do what?
And games that don't require other people.
Yeah, games that he can play completely 100% by himself, because I think he'll be so much happier not having to interact with other gamers sometimes. We typically don't get very sickly. Like, maybe once every couple of years we'll get, a bit of con cred like this. But, we don't really go out and get flu shots as much, because in the past we just get sick from the flu shot, and then that never really goes away, and then we just get sick again. But, they work well for some folks, but, we personally haven't had a lot of success with them. Okay, so now I'm taking the rest of this wire. I get the bracelet bases from Michaels. Nicole says, watching you is making me want to rap again. I've been playing with clay lately. I may just have to rap tonight. Right on.
I know exactly what I'm buying in half a level. Phantom Veil.
Yeah, pricing's probably the most difficult thing we encounter, because it's like, pieces like this, I should probably be charging way more than what I am, but most people just aren't able to pay, more than $100 for a bracelet, especially when one isn't made with precious metals. Yeah, it's silver plate, but, like, that's just not the same as using, like, fine silver or, sterling. But, we also, so we function a lot within the spectrum of perceived value. Some of our earrings, we could get away with, it was only like 60 cents in materials, but it was like maybe 30 minutes worth of work, but we still sell it for like, I don't know. It's difficult to gauge. It's super difficult to gauge. So we don't look at the pricing of per piece, but we look at the, broad picture. It's like, so we made more of a profit margin on selling this piece than we did on selling that one, but it kind of balanced out. If that makes sense. I'm having a hard time putting thoughts together. Do you price your jewelry based on the hours you spend? I definitely take it into consideration. But like I said, it's like, sorry, with this bracelet here, let me get the spin going. Oops. With this bracelet, I sold it for $100, which, considering the amount of hours that it's going to take for me to make it, that's way under what it should be. Not to mention the years of skill and effort, and everything that have gone into getting me to where I can make it in only, less than a day. But I also will make a bunch of earrings that we're going to be selling out of the booth that are just like charms on a surgical steel ear hook, and we sell those for $5 a piece. So it's with those, the profit margin on the earrings helps offset the profit margin on the pieces like this. So, like, do you see what I mean? And so it relies on us selling a large volume of product, but it helps us out in the bigger picture, because it's like, if a bracelet like this takes me about 8 hours, with like maybe $20 in materials after all the spools of wire and everything. Thank you, troll alert. Okay, have fun, Melissa. Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Sorry, babe. But, you know, even just $100 over 8 hours, I was like, what is that? I can't math right now. Would you sell earrings better with sterling wires or surgical steel? Honestly, I use the 301 surgical steel, so anybody who says that they can only wear sterling, sometimes some folks will use that as an excuse that they kind of just don't want to buy earrings, and so I don't push the point. But a lot of sterling silver is cut with copper and some other metals. You know, that's why it's sterling, not pure silver. And it's like, if you have metal allergies, you know, that copper is going to bother you. Typically, everybody's different, but so we found the sterling or the surgical is the best, like, for everybody in general. And then we can put sterling ear hooks on them if they want it, but it raises the price up so much that I can't charge just $5 for a pair of earrings, if that makes sense. This is going to be a bracelet. I would make more profit by making simpler things and selling them at a going rate, but I love making complicated things, and I feel I can't price them for what they're worth because they won't sell. And that's honestly, that's kind of how I do it. Is it's like I make a bunch of simple stuff that will sell. You know, I can sell for pretty inexpensively, but will move quickly in the booth, and that offsets my wanting to make fancy schmancy, like, more expensive pieces. So I don't necessarily make my profit off of selling this piece, but I still get to make it and sell it for something a little bit higher. Oh no, you guys, I made this whole thing and I kind of hate it now. Like, I don't really like the way it's laying on. Let's see if we can't do something about that. Delta dawn, what's that flower you have on? So I'm kind of offsetting the base wire from the top one. That way it kind of pokes out like this. And I want it to have a little bit of this, like, evil eye shape, kind of. Well, not evil, but, like, shapely. Like that. Be safe, Heidi. I hope the hurricane treats us well. Do you put the slits in the sides, or do they come like that? They come like this, and I really like those because it gives me something to stabilize too. So you can see I'm feeding through from the back on this one. Just pulling through like that. Did I hear you say it was meeting you here today? Take you to his mansion in the sky. It's 42, Daddy still calls her baby. Think she's crazy. Somebody who's doing roofing, so you can hear a saw going. Still, it's a little bit more over to the side than what I wanted. So I'm gonna just... It's a little game and trick of, like, just kind of forcing it around. There we go. I don't really like that either. Ugh. Just figuring it out, guys. Do you watch other YouTube videos? I do. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of cat videos and a lot of, like, other people's garden vlogs. I watch, that's where I get most of, like, my musical instruction is from YouTube. Just lots and lots of YouTube videos. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. I'm going to snip just a few millimeters past the tip there. I'm going to find some round nose pliers if I can. Excuse me. There we are. And I'm just going to coil this up this way. And that's the thing, is I've started this one with kind of absolutely no comprehensive plan whatsoever. Like, I'm just doing it. I'd like to find... Good luck in this match, honey.
Oh, thank you. I found that it's much more fun to just throw yourself in the pit.
Oh?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, they were winning by 200 points, and it's like, let's surrender. And I was like, yes, let's surrender. And two people were like, no, never surrender.
Oh, really?
So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to throw myself in the pit. So me and Bologna had a race to see who could die the most. It was pretty funny.
Take that, rest of the team.
Yep. Those two people
Screw
who wants
teamwork.
to keep fighting, hey, by all means, let them have it.
Right? Okay, so I think I finally found a way that I like this sitting across the top. Oh goodness. Phone just got signal.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It gets signal and then blows itself up. So I'm coming through just with my fingernail and giving this a really nice dimple down the center, which I think gives it like a really nice kind of crease. What's a project you want to do but haven't gotten a chance to do yet? My super awesome like fairy house box like treasure chest that I really want to do that one, but I just haven't had a chance yet. Okay, so now we have, let me dig into here. Hey Randy, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Because I don't know if I hate it just because I've been working on it for an hour and I'm tired of looking at it, or if I hate it because it's actually awful.
Well, it's not awful.
Okay, this is different. It's incomplete, and that's what keeps getting me, is it's not done yet, so it looks weird. Excuse me. Yay, my wire. So yeah, this is how I usually get my big old spools of 18 gauge parawire.
Oh I've never seen the jump splat for the Bob Ross.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You jump and there's a picture of Bob Ross's face.
Oh yeah.
Like a little art splat.
Nice. Then here's some 24 gauge titanium. Wonder how many celebs will care about Florida since they all donated to Texas already. Can I do chainmail with any rings? Do I need special rings? It helps to have a thicker ring. Like, when starting out, I'd recommend like an 18 or 16 gauge wire. Because more often than not, you'll get like jewelry jump rings that are like 20 gauge. And that's just a little too thin to really be able to do anything with. Oh. I'm going to set this aside because, like, I don't know, it's different from how I normally do it. So I don't know if I hate it or not. But, so So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to do some separate wrapping. I've got just like the tail end of a spool here, so I'm going to get myself... I get my wire from parawire.com, and Amazon. So here I have some 16 gauge aluminum though, and this is dead soft as well. My crystals and stuff, ooh, that's a good idea, Jim. Jim says, check online for electric smokers and see if they get to temp for baking gnome homes. Yard sales good for cheap used ones. So here I have about 18 inches of 16 gauge wire. Well, thanks, guys. Your vote of confidence gives me hope. I'm going to pull myself off just some 18 gauge in a little bit longer. Maybe, 2 feet. Excuse me. Just stacking my wire off to the side. Set that there for you guys to look at while I weave another piece. So now here for this one, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of like a, let me get it started. Just getting maybe a centimeter of wire wrapped. Gonna use my bent nose pliers to bring that down and around. Smoosh. And then I'm going to pull this, again, a little closer to midline. And I'm going to do... Ugh, this is just a mess. I'm going to see if I can't move this back a little bit so I can have some room to work. Okay. I just subbed with you today. I used your tutorial for the herringbone wrap and made my 3-year-old granddaughter a necklace. She's calling it her princess necklace. Right on. Well, thanks for subscribing. I hope my videos can keep being useful to you, Lori. In yesterday's live stream, who made the mini U-doll? It was a Taria Lorehand. You can find her on my Facebook page. Or go to Lorehand Creations. Okay, back on camera, Vaughn. With school starting, I've seen a bunch of places with countertop convection or toaster ovens on sale for reasonably priced. Would convection oven works for clay baking? I think so. Okay, so I'm doing 5 rotations around one, and then 2 rotations around both.
I'm gonna be the smarter monkey.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
The ceiling was falling, so I'm like, I'm not leaving base. And guess what? Fell on my head in the base.
And you still died?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, I don't even have to move.
Right on. Well, thanks for hanging out, Nicole. Where do you get your crystals that you use for pendants? A lot of them have been sent to me by very generous friends here on YouTube. And then also I get a lot of them just from Amazon. Now I'm wrapping with, this is 16 gauge, 18 gauge, and 26 gauge. Christy asks, do you use a lot of different gauges overall on all of your jewelry making? I do. I like the different textures and sizes and feelings that it can give a piece. If that makes sense. But yeah, so that's kind of just how we're coming along. Hey Diane, we've been going for about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes at this point. Excuse me. I'm actually going to pull this wire down quite a bit. It's just in my way. 5. Lorehand Lorehand Creations. There we go. Just keeping it nice and tight. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep coughing in your ear. Yep. So I'm just going to get a couple of, ooh, hope the gears will help you in cab mountings. Oh, thank you, Jim. They will. It's everything that you send is so useful and unique. Just getting it together. Sorry, I realize that this is blurrier than it would be if I were doing a recorded video, but I wanted to kind of do this live with you guys today because that way, I don't know, just some behind the scenes stuff, and I didn't have a video ready today. Penny Lane is in my eyes and in my ears. Meanwhile, Izzy asks, what type of weave am I doing? I'm not sure exactly, I guess, what it would be called. But I'm doing 5 weaves, like 5 stitches around 1 wire. Let's see if I can get the kit. There it goes. It focuses. I'm doing 5 around 1 and then 2 around both. So it's 5, 2, 5, 2. So what on earth should we call that, you guys? Like, because I mean, this is in no way at all unique to me as a wire wrapper. Like, this is something that a lot of wire wrappers do. But I've like never heard a name for it. And I'm wrapping a dragon eye bracelet today. My Facebook name is Back to Earth Creations. To let to answer your question, Lightning Angel. Parawire isn't particularly expensive. It's like maybe $5 or $6 per spool. But it's like, I mean, totally worth it. And you get like 150 feet. So, again, worth it. The Von Weave. Yeah, it does. Like battlements, kind of. So I'm just going to do a couple of inches of this weave. Quattro Duo Q2, right on.
All about the team.
A little bit more. Got a little fumbly right there, but that'll be fine. Beep. Knocking spools off the table. Da, 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 the people. Hey, Deb. Deb says, just wanted to tell you that I'm a huge fan of yours. Thank you so much, Deb. I'm glad you like what I do. Christine says, I checked out the cuff at Michael's. I have larger wrists, but was happy that there was enough cuff to use pliers to adjust the size to fit comfortably. Right on. Oh. Lynn says, hi Vaughn, I'm supposed to be making a pendant, but I feel like I'm in a creative slump, so I'm enjoying hanging out with you and everyone else who's watching. I'm hoping to be inspired. Right on. What kind of pendant are you working on? Leaves from the vine falling so slow, like tiny fragile shells drifting on along. Brave soldier boy comes marching home. Brave soldier boy. Yeah, another Ricolet. A wire-wrapped cabochon. I don't know if I've spelled that right. You have. Sherry asks, Vaughn, this will go on YouTube after you're done with this live feed, right? That is correct. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit more going. Just a little bit. Couple, like another centimeter. Do you offer wire wrapping kits on your website? And if not, would that be something you could do? Poison, I do wire wrapping kits through my Patreon site. It's like a monthly pledge. If you pledge $10 or more, you'll get a kit sent to you every month. And the more you pledge, the more you get. I have a hard time sticking to one project and eventually get frustrated, but I love watching wire wrapping tutorials. Right on! Bailey asks, what are you doing? I'm doing a wire wrapped bracelet. I don't really know what I think of it yet. Do you go back to see the live chat or is it lost forever? After the live feed, the chat is lost forever. I'm trying to, if we had better internet, I'd be able to do screen capture live feed, so that way everybody always could get to see the live chat. But hey, Afro. Just a few more, I think. Leaves from the vine falling so slow. If it was live streamed on Twitch, the chat is saved. I'm going to have to look into streaming on Twitch, because I think you can put that onto YouTube as well. And it's just, I don't know, we'll have to figure it out. But it's definitely something to consider. Falling so slow, like tiny fragile shells. Okay. Zephidin says you can put your Twitch videos on YouTube, but they have to stay exclusive to Twitch for a day. Right on. Yeah, Bailey. It's the song that Zuko sings for his son. right in the feels every time. Hey, April. Thanks for joining us. I just wish the camera would focus more. Focus, camera. Oi. There it goes. I'm horrible at wire wrapping. I work much better at chainmail. Right on. Well, it's practice makes for progress, that's for sure. Okay, so quick tip, you guys. Whenever you're doing wrapping like this, if the camera would focus. And it's super loose, and you take it and you push it down, and it looks like that, and you want to tighten it up, I just take it, and I'm not doing any additional wraps, I'm just cinching down what we've already wrapped, just with my fingers. Just like that. Ooh, that's a good question. Jennifer asks, have you decided on what you're going to use for your Lulu dress so it's not super heavy? Well, I'm going to be doing, like, not an exactly, like, oh, the temperature here, it's like maybe like 70 degrees. I've got the windows open and stuff. Let me actually get this flipped around. Hey, guys. I'm just taking a hot minute of a break. Yeah. The being attached to lets it go all different kinds of angles. Time to talk Lulu cosplay, alright? Like, I'm gonna pull up a reference image, that way you guys can see what I'm talking about, for those of y'all who have no idea who Lulu from Final Fantasy X is. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow. Lulu, Final Fantasy X. Here are some pictures. Says my phone. Sorry. Yes! Actually, we're thinking about dressing Randy up like a Moogle, and then I'll be carrying a cactar. Because wouldn't that be adorable if Randy were a Moogle? Because I was like, he should totally be like, he could be Waka. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, would you dress up like a Moogle? And he was like, maybe. So this is Lulu. That's her costume. And I'm not going to focus as much on having it be exactly perfectly canon accurate, like screen accurate. My phone? I want to focus on bringing it to life, having it be very recognizable as what it is, but fleshed out with so many more details. Because that's often what works on screen for a video game does not work in reality for a costume. I am going to be doing the leather belts. I'm actually, to cut down on the weight, I'm going to be doing a conjunction of foam and leather, because you can make the foam look like leather, but it's so much lighter, and that way the skirt will have a nice drape to it. And I think, like, I'm going to do the brushed yarn for the fur shoulder wrap. I'm actually going to have a hoop skirt underneath it to keep everything kind of structured. I'm going to be doing hand embroidery for the sleeves and the skirt. And I was thinking about using, and I was moving this stuff because I'm going to pull out to show you guys. I have some silk swatches here that I had gotten from Dharma Trading. And I really like a lot of the darker, like, I mean, because you can go through the swatches and it has labeled on them what kind it is. I want a really heavy weft because it's not a very, like, it's not, how do I put this? It's not flowy. It is not a very flowy dress. And it's very, so I don't want to use a silk that's super lightweight, but I do want to use, like, that one's a charmeuse, crepe de chine. I'm I want something that will embroider well, though. I was thinking about raw silk.
This is the Moogle I was thinking I would cosplay if I was to cosplay a Moogle.
I want to see.
Well.
Okay, so this is the Moogle that Randy said he'd... This is the Moogle that Randy wants to cosplay.
If I were to cosplay a Moogle.
If he were to cosplay a Moogle. So would you just, like, walk around naked, or...
Well, I mean...
How are you gonna wear a fursuit, or are you gonna wear, like, clothes that color and then face paint it?
Might do clothes that color and then face paint it.
We're gonna have to make all the big backpack and the rolls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be super cute.
And the satchel and the headband.
Wouldn't he be adorable like that? Okay, there you go.
I could either that one or this one.
I think that one would be cute.
The first one?
Yeah. I was thinking about doing a raw silk, but it has like a nice drape to it. And that's why I get the swatches. It was like $20 to buy the swatches. He can be cosplay support, carry all the repair tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also a silk rayon blend that's like super beautiful because you can dye this stuff. But it's like, I don't know, I just...
Hand out coupon nuts.
He'll hand out coupon nuts, he says. I want something that's going to be breathable. But I was also like, I don't know, do I do something a little lighter and airier and flowy? Because then also they sent us swatches of colored silks. That I could just purchase pre-dyed. No, I was just going to do like the whole thing super lightweight. But I don't want it to be like these are so pretty. I love all the little silk colors that they do, but all of these are silk chiffon colors for whenever I do belly dance outfits. I would love to see Randy dress up with me.
Like what?
Just to see you dress up at all with me would be fun. So I see a lot of other cosplayers for the Lulu dress use like suede turned inside out, if that makes sense. Like kind of the silky inside of the suede, but it makes it so hot to wear that dress. A silk can get runners easily. Doesn't make it long in my house with a couple of cats, that's fair. Dun, 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 dun. Woo. Okay. Yeah, the question is, have I looked into... That's not a good idea to do the camera like that. Okay, bringing it back up and around. I was going to try to get a different camera angle for you guys, but I don't think it's going to work. Maybe with the viscose, it gets statically and clings a whole lot on me. And it makes my hair go like this. But I don't know, I might do the inside out suede because that would embroider really well, I think. I don't know, I'm gonna have to experiment with it, get some more swatches and things. I'm gonna flip this around. Stick to linens and cottons for breathable. That's a fair point. Okay, so flipping that around. But I don't know, all the cosplays have kind of taken a back burner. Right now I'm just trying to focus on making our inventory, getting caught up on the custom commissions that people have been waiting ever so patiently for. What's up, babe?
I'm using Moogle and a Organization 13 outfit.
Oh, yeah?
That's not a Moogle.
What was it?
A Moombus.
Ah, what's the difference between a Moogle and a Moombus?
Two completely different races.
Okay. Do they look anything alike?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, they share the same body.
The same what?
Stumpy, like, height.
Oh, okay, but that's it? Okay, so now we have the bottom edge. I kind of like that a little better. The more we get on it, the better. Melissa says linen is nice to embroider. Right on. I might do a heavy linen then. Like, just, but again, too, it's a lot easier to use modern games as reference sources because, like, the reference material for this is the PlayStation 2. And so there's not really, like, a lot of very accurate, like, oh, this is how the fabrics are going to drape, and this is how this is going to behave. Like, if that makes sense.
Well, I can't find the one I'm thinking of.
Honestly, honey, I was just thinking of, like, just a basic,
Well, how would I do a removal? It's just a basic.
just, like, a very pale beige kigurumi and some little wings, and...
Put me in a kigurumi?
Yeah, why not?
That might work.
You'd be adorable with, like, the little saggy kigurumi butt with the little tail on it. Do Moogles have tails?
No.
Oh, well, we with no tail on it?
If they have a pump on their head.
Yeah. You could dress up like a chocobo, but people will think you're Big Bird.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how it's coming along. I like it much better with a little bit of shaping and the underwire underneath. So now we have all these wires coming off in a bunch of different directions. I'm going to dig through and see if I can't find some purple beads. Well, thanks, Snakey. Have you made realistic wings for cosplay? I haven't, but I want to so bad. Here we are. Okay, so here I have a little container of beads, and I really like these silver-lined purple. Again, if the camera would focus. Randy, would you be a Bacchus?
Maybe.
Like, and I could be, like, what are...
Terra?
Do what?
You could be Terra?
Maybe. Well, I wasn't. I was thinking from the actual mythology, not necessarily from your video game.
Oh.
Though that could work too. Okay, so I'm going to be using... I could be Mrs. Bacchus, says Melissa. That's funny.
I think Bacchus had just one Mrs.
You know, he had a lot of missuses. I'm going to be using some 24 gauge silver-plated titanium colored. Ooh. There are also sites that you can design your own fabric, and they print it out to ship. Hey, a bear. Welcome back to today's live stream. Okay, so now from here, I'm going to be using this wire because it's quite long, and I'm going to be doing some wrapped beads just along the top. So I can actually function down here much closer to the end. I pulled off a full length of the 24 gauge parawire, getting a couple of coils going. The water is wide, I can't swim anymore, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat. And now I'm just going to slide one of the purple beads on. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exiting the wire upward. I'm going to move my beads over this way. That way it'll be easier to grab. Slide a bead on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. See how that works? Hey, Anne, I am doing much better. A bear, I honest to goodness have not had a chance to check out your channel. I'm such a bad person. I'm sorry. Things have been in a scramble trying to recover from Dragon and trying to get videos made and catch up with custom work, but I will be sure to check you out. Thanks for being patient. Do what?
And your health.
Oh yeah, and my health. Randy's like, oh, also you're dying. Since you like Final Fantasy, do you think you could do some tutorials for Garbs for some of the other games too? I would love to see some from Lightning Returns. Sure, I could do that.
Honestly, never played it.
Yeah, it's our most modern console that we have games for and have played is like the GameCube. So I really need to catch up on my fandom. 5.
I wonder.
What you wondering, love? A bear asks, "What's your favorite animal?" River otters, probably. 2, 3, 4, 5. What you wondering, babe?
I wonder how difficult it would be to do a Steiner cosplay.
Ooh, Steiner. Who's that?
From Final Fantasy IX, he's the princess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right on. Is he the one who wears kind of like plate armor and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we could do that out of foam.
Mm-hmm.
Could I dress up like the evil bad guy?
Do you want to be Kuja?
I don't know. Who would you want me to dress up as from Final Fantasy IX?
You want to be a good guy, bad guy?
I don't know. I want to be somebody with a cool costume that's fun to make.
How elaborate of a costume do you want?
I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Want to be Beatrix?
Who's Beatrix?
Chick that Steiner's totally in love with.
Okay, what's her costume look like?
She wears an eye patch.
I used to wear an eye patch.
I know. She looks like this.
3, 4, 5. Okay, let me take a peek. Could be Beatrix. I got the boobs for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my main cosplay accessory. Is like that's the only thing I can really dress up because everything else is basically a potato. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I definitely want to do. Randy and I both want to do more with props. Melissa, my friend Laura does the best Tifa cosplay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right on. Well, I'm glad the Dragonite pin came out well for you, Bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, how that's kind of coming along. I'm going to do a few more. I like how quick this is. Like, the beads help take up quite a bit of space, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was good until the pants ripped, and then it was better. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's what you get for having such muscly thighs, Lara.
She ripped her Tifa pants.
Yeah. She hulked out and her pants ripped. Okay, so now we have this much. Lara says, haha, I can live with it. And so I'm grabbing the wire here with my pliers and just pulling it down inch by inch. Oh, they're asleep on the couch. The dogs are useless. Now that we've been home for a few nights, they like don't miss us at all. Like they've forgotten we exist again. Okay. What's up, babe? Okay. So now I'm actually going to, it's a little longer, actually, than I had anticipated. But I think that'll be alright. It actually might have come out just perfect. We'll see. So I'm going to slide it back down towards the tip and then keep, wrapping. And you want to be careful to not slide it off the end. But now I'm just going to wrap, like, just coiled. Just like that. But I think I'm going to do a Sally cosplay just with the dress that I already have. Like, Randy, what do you think of that? Yeah, I mean, because it's not going to be, like, exactly perfect, but because I need to have something in time for SpaCon.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I feel like if I'm going to start trying to market myself as more of a professional cosplayer, I need to actually do cosplays. like not just make and sell. That doesn't sound right. No, not just make them and sell them to other people, but actually wear some for myself. Because that's my problem is I've made hundreds of, I mean, probably
Oh, I have no idea. I couldn't even count.
I make at least 100 costumes a year. I think that's pretty safe to say. You know, scale tops and masks and headdresses and...
Yeah.
You know, I make quite a bit, you know, but...
Oh, you know what else we need to work on?
What else do we need to work on?
Dude's ears.
Yep. But I haven't really made a lot of costumes for myself, and that's a problem when you're trying to be a professional cosplayer. My friend wants to know what your favorite color is. Today, my favorite color is these. Aren't they pretty? Oh, look at them. They're so pretty. When you made that arm hook with the Cheeto container, did you ever get to see the whole costume? I didn't, but Randy did. I got to see a picture. Did it come out good? Yeah. Actually, the same person sent me an email and needs something else, but I haven't replied to him back yet. What? I know, and it was like months ago, but every time I think about it, I'm in the middle of something else. But I really want to get to make more costumes for them. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Do you think you want to start designing a prop for us to cut out of that pink foam so we can have some props to sell at SpaCon?
What kind of prop?
I don't know, a knife or a keyblade or a sword or...
No, that's not big enough for...
I was going to go get some more pink.
More pink stuff?
Yep. Because we need more inventory, and that's something you expressed mild interest in, so I'm going to make you go do it. Don't make that face.
You see this crunch my face?
We can't have no job. Go make some some props. Hey, Derpy. Oh gosh, Abera says, "What's it like being so talented?" My hands hurt. That's what it's like. Like, I don't know if I'm that talented. I just know that my hands hurt. Cloud sword would be cool, says Melissa. Let's start with something smaller. This would be Randy's first foam project, so we're gonna go with something smaller. I think, than a cloud sword. I think like a cool dagger or something would be neat.
What would this be for, though?
For selling out of the booth.
Oh, for selling out of the booth?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, just something small. Start getting your feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that we have that Dremel, there's not a thing in this world holding us back. We've got the fiberglass resin to coat it to make it hard.
We didn't need the Dremel to start with, like, not for that.
It'll come in handy, though. Like, do you want runes in it?
Don't know. Maybe.
Well, we... Sorry, we're grunting at each other. Staffs and walking sticks. Have you ever heard of the Legend of Zelda live-action thing on Netflix? What?
You mean the thing that came out in April, like 3 years ago?
Was it good, or?
It was a giant April Fool's thing.
Oh, really?
It had a really convincing trailer and everything. It looked awesome. But it was an April Fool's thing.
Don't.
You jerk face. I wanted that character.
So I'm just kind of messing around. I don't really know what I'm doing, guys. Like...
Messing around at the speed of sound.
Not even. I'm messing around at the speed of a snail.
Probably should test this. Oh well.
You could, hey, you could pick a prop from one of the gods on Smite and make it.
I could.
We just need inventory for the booth, and you're miserable playing your game, so I'm trying to distract you.
But I gotta keep playing the game.
Well, maybe when I get done live streaming, I could game with you.
Maybe, but when you're done live streaming, I get to do other games.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty cool so far. What do you guys think of that so far?
There's a whole lot of stuff on the DVC.
What kind of music do you like? Oh my god. Oh, Nikki says, I saw a girl who I thought was you. Right on.
Somebody was
I really wish I had the talent to make beautiful things. I'm too clumsy to make pretty things like that. Oh no, don't be that way, Allie. Like, let me, where'd it go?
Where did it go?
This is how it started for me. And this is where I'm at after 10 years. So, a little bit of progress. But you'll get there. Practice makes progress. It really does. Stop making gross noises. Don't make that face at me. Hey, Randy.
What?
Can I have a cup of tea or coffee or soup or something?
If you make it.
Well, no, but no, I don't want to make it.
Well, that sucks.
That does suck. You misunderstand. Thanks, Nikki. Okay, so I'm pulling off some more of the 24 gauge. Yeah, I need something other than a slimy 2-day-old burrito. Pulling off another full arm span. I'm going to close that before I spill it. And I'm going to just start coiling again here at the end. Smushing it down. Trying to keep the kinks out of it. I'm surprised you haven't left us over that burrito yet. Your stomach must be made of steel. I basically do have a cast iron stomach from years of eating truck stop sandwiches and different things like that. Like, I can eat tuna salad from a truck stop vending machine and be fine. Hello from Nottingham. It's so nice to see you on live stream. I've only caught up afterwards before. Right on. Well, thanks for joining us, Debbie. I'm not even going to make that joke, Randy.
What? What joke? I didn't hear a joke. I was asking questions.
If I travel, the best I can do is toast. That's fair. That's safe. Keep it safe. Well, thank you, Derpy. Well, Derpy's friend. Have fun at college, Sierra.
College?
Excuse me.
Who needs it?
Educated people.
What?
Yep. See, I only get food poisoning like once or twice a year, but it passes.
Remember that time I got food poisoning from Wendy's?
For like 4 days?
And then, well, it was like 2 days, and then you wanted Wendy's again, and then I got food poisoning again.
He did. Randy got food poisoning back to back. We don't eat at the local Wendy's anymore. Well, thanks for hanging out there. Lots and lots of coiling. Bailey asks, did you go to art school or are you self-taught? I am self-taught, and I've learned a lot from other artists as well as like books and videos and blogs and stuff. So oh no, Christine says, as I'm getting older, my stomach has started to reject fast food. Jennifer says, I've seen your video of Adam Savage, how I spelt it right, and I could just feel the joy and excitement vibes. I'm so excited for you. I was smiling and laughing with you. Right on.
So we don't know if we actually saw Adam Savage or not.
Yeah, Adam Savage goes like quite cognito in some of his cosplays, so you just never know if it's him. So we don't know whether we saw him or not. AB asks, do you sell that stuff, and if so, for how much? This bracelet sold for $100, but I start my pieces, pieces start at $5, so like at $5. So, bye, April. Have fun. So it's something for everyone, but this isn't even like halfway done yet. So. Hey, kitty. Oh, bacon does sound good. Anything sounds good. Actually, I think whenever I get done with this, I'm gonna have chicken noodle soup and grilled cheese for second breakfast. the neighbors and their awful brakes are back. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of stuff posted to our website for sale right now, just because we were gone at Dragon and we needed all of our inventory. Like, I even pulled all the stuff from the local gallery that I sell at. So it's Ooh. You're a hobbit? Yeah, mostly.
You too.
You too?
Golly, that's not annoying whatsoever.
What even was that?
That was, ultimate incoming, ultimate incoming, ultimate incoming.
Jeez.
So, man, I'm so happy.
I am a fish.
I'm a fish on the wind.
I'm a fish on the wind. I can't even stay on camera in my live streams. Just doing a whole bunch of coil in this one length of wire. Nee, I'm a pretty fishy. That's fair, Allie. Man, my hands are killing me. Like, you can see where it's biting into my fingers. It's all part of it, though. Oh, sorry for the traffic noises. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? Well, I don't really like the finger guards because I lose my, like, sense of feeling because of them. And so for me, it's more important to be able to feel what the wire's doing. And to just, it's just been a while, so my calluses are kind of not as hard as they should be. Getting ready for the hurricane, right?
Sorry, I'm not laughing at
you. He's laughing at the game, not at the hurricane.
At somebody who's like, I'm building stacks. It's like, oh, that sucks.
It's like, oh, are you?
Because I'm not letting up. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, trains, planes, and automobiles for sure. Okay, so now you can see. No, he didn't laugh at the hurricane.
No, I'm not reading the group chat.
He's off playing his game. So now we have a little bit of a loop going. I've got quite a bit of coiled up wire. And I'm going to actually come in from below on this one. Bring it up and through. And I'm going to start doing a bit of a twist. Like just shaping it around. Because I'm going to have to dig out my crystals here before too long. Start adding in some Swarovski elements to this. Just doing a little bit of a rosette with the spiraled wire. I'm going to thread through right here. Just like that. And now from here, I'm going to kind of wrap. I usually just buy cords pre-made, or I'll just make them per purchase. Oh, the breaks though. I'll make them per purchase as people want them. Just because I also loathe making chains. Do you guys do VHS? I couldn't remember if I asked before. We have some, but we don't currently have a VHS player, which really complicates things because I have a video that my dad made of my birthdays when I was a kid. They had separate VHSs for each of us kids, but, like, I only have the one of when I was young. And my dad passed away when I was 13. And so that's kind of one of the few things that I have to remember him by. Like, to get to hear his voice. And it's just sitting in a VHS, and I'd love to get a digital version of it made. That way I don't have to worry about the VHS, like, not playing anymore. Like, if that makes sense. But it's usually I watch it on my birthday and get, like, super emotional and, like, cry a bunch. But it's, you know, I'd like to watch it more often than just once a year. But, and then this year I didn't even get to watch it. Right. Well, it's just another one of the things, Jim, that's, like, you know, we've meant to get a VHS player that we can, like, convert to the VHS to DVD or something, you know? But I just don't know how to do it. Are your components enamel coated as well as your wire? Yes, they are. I like my stuff to not tarnish. Yeah, so many feels, so much, because he has my 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th birthday on video. And so it's just nice to get to see him before he got really sick and, you know, kind of see the person that he was. / feels. I'm a cry, right? Like, me too, a little bit. Like, I'm totally emotional right now. Oh, I think the neighbor locked himself out of his house. Do you get the components as the same, who's the guy in the background? How do you mean? The person saying hello is the neighbor. The person playing video games is Randy.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let's hear it.
What's that you said?
I just cleared a whole way
If you take your VHS to your local radio station and bring a USB stick, they'd probably do it for you. I'm from Canada, though, so LOL. Right on. Right on. Okay. So this is coming together pretty nicely. So whoever gets this is going to know that in this video that it had some good feels from fond memories while making it. So that's nice. Who is Randy to you? Is he your boyfriend or hubby? What game is he playing? Who are you, Randy? Like, who even are you? He's a man who lives in my house. 12 years now, Melissa. He's my life partner of 12 years.
Fun Roo?
My fun Roo.
Keep running. Woo! Made it.
It'll be 13 in February. We got together back in 2005. Hey, Randy, have we ever been to Greenville, North Carolina?
I have no idea. That does not really ring
We've
a
been
bell.
to Raleigh.
Yeah. What's in...
We might have been through it. Like, I don't know. Ooh, butterflies. But, so, so I'm gonna dig out, I need some cute little, like, purpley Swarovski crystals to wrap up on this. Wow, Penny says, today marks 1 year of survival after my heart attack. I'm alive! Congratulations, Penny. I'm super glad you're still alive. Like, I'm not just saying that because you're nice to me. Like, I seriously am. You're awesome. Ooh, I have some perfect little gems for this. Boop. Swarovski crystals. Happy for you, Penny. Keep that ticker ticking. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like if people aren't enjoying the stream, then I'm not forcing you to be here, guys. Like, except for that one time.
So triggered.
Are you triggered, Randy? Really?
So triggered right now. No, not really.
Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for commenting. You're really sweet. Okay, so, oh, I just love the way the Swarovski crystals put that flash in. Oh, okay. Context. Ouch. You're homeless?
Who's home? How are you watching this?
Allie is homeless.
Again, how is she watching
I hope
this?
you're okay. That's rough. Yeah, Randy wants to know how you have good enough internet to watch a live stream when you're homeless. I think that's just a testament to how bad our internet is, Randy. That What is the ideal size for a dragon eye? I really like 30 millimeter. Like, that's the size that I'm using here. But 30 millimeter or larger are my favorites to work with. But you do you and kind of figure out, you know, some people really prefer the smaller eyes in their jewelry. I kind of make big statement pieces. I'm a big girl. I like big jewelry. And so it's like, just you do you. Man. Right? Derby asks, what are my pets' names? They are Sam and Z. Sam's the solid black dog, and Z's the one with white markings, though Sam is starting to get a little bit of a pale beard with age. And our cat is Ember, Ember, like how whenever a fire dies down. And then I don't even know. Like, most of my rabbits don't actually have names. I just call them all Floof Bun. They don't really speak a lot of English, though, so I don't think they mind.
Not a lot of it anyway.
Not a lot of English in any case. Excuse me. The gems? Which are gems? What did you end up doing with those huge camera lens dragon eyes you made? I sent them to the client who had ordered them. Oh my gosh. Melissa says, hey Vaughn, your live streams at DragonCon were super informative for me. I had so many questions on how vending jewelry there would work and cost. I live about an hour south of Atlanta, so I'd like to try it. Right on. Well, I think their applications open up in like January for, you know, getting in to get new booth space, like as a new vendor. Excuse me. But it's definitely, I'm really hopeful. I've got my fingers crossed that we'll be able to get 2 6-foot tables, because 1 6-foot table was hard to function out of. So there's the little Swarovski crystals. They're on the sides. You have to pass a juried selection to get into the art show, but I'm not entirely certain how the vendor's room coordinator does it.
Hey guys, if you ever get around to playing Smite and you're building stacks,
Oh, no.
don't jungle.
Oh, here's your daily rage update from the Randy.
I'm building stacks, but I'm not going to actually do anything to build the stacks. I'm just going to jungle the whole time in arena.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just annoying.
I know. Maybe you could take a break, though.
I'm fine.
You're fine with the capital letters.
I am fine with capital letters,
yes. Right. Sorry. I was looking over trying to console Randy because he's very upset.
I'm not upset.
He's very passive-aggressively upset.
You want me to get upset? Because I'll get upset.
No.
Okay, then I'm not upset.
Okay. And I'm kind of weaving in this square wire. I love the way it flashes. Right? Well, that's the thing, is that more often than not, Randy doesn't get paired up with teams. So he'll be like pugged, which is pick up groups. So like kind of paired with 4 other random people, but they'll be playing against people who are on teams. So it's like basically getting stuck on the idiot team every single time. And that's no fun for anybody, except for the team playing against them, I guess. Because it's, I don't know, maybe an easy win. Yeah, welcome back, Annette. You can see the wire has really started taking its toll on my fingernails. The camera's just having a super hard time focusing today. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm going to be doing a couple more today, though I don't think I'll be doing them on the live stream. That way we can get some food made and kind of go on from there. Give my voice a break. My throat's pretty sore. Love that little spiral coming off. Well, it can be really difficult getting subscribers and stuff, because that's whenever you're building a channel, do what you enjoy more than anything, because that will come through in your work. Save all your scrap wire. Bye, Jim. We'll see you around. Right on. FX makeup is super cool. There we go. A little bit of blurry on the side. And so now I'm basically just tying off and finishing up. I have one more 16 gauge piece of wire to finish up with. And I think I'm going to do a little thing here. I think I'll like it better underneath. Right on. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, I like it better underneath those wires. Hey, Dawn. It's good to see you in here. Okay. Right on. Well, I'm finishing up here. This is our last little bit. Gonna feed that up through there. Or try to. There we go. Bring that down. And I'm going to do one more spiral. The red eyes are the hardest ones to do, I think, because it's difficult to get that contrast between the pupil and the rest of it. I usually incorporate like some silver enamel to get it to look nice and like still bloody red looking, but not like pinkish red, if that makes sense. Okay, and there we are, guys. It's another dragon eye bracelet. I actually really like how this one came out. I was worried at first because I did not like that just by itself, but now layered with other things, I'm pretty happy with it. So now I'm going to take not my fine tip round nose pliers, but my much thicker tipped round nose pliers, and I'm going to start curling in our side pieces, just like that. Just bending just a little at a time. You can do it from one side and then from the other. There we we go. And now you just slide it right on, and it just sits like that. The bracelet blank is enameled steel. And so you can bend it down and get like some nice shapes and stuff. If you have problems with, if you have a very small wrist, you can kind of shape it around and then actually go through with some like metal cutters. Like I use a bolt cutter and trim these parts down, and then use a Dremel to file it and sand it and keep it nice and yeah, it's henna, faded henna. So there we go. It's all taken care of. Excellent. I'm super pleased with this one, you guys. So, that's not so bad. Getting the whole thing done in 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a lot faster than what I thought it would, especially with live streaming. But if you guys are watching this after the live stream and you have any questions, comments, or ideas, you know I love hearing from you. Just leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to get back to you. But for now, I'm going to go take a bit of a break. I'm going to drink some hot something to keep my voice... Like, this right here is probably my favorite. I love those layered spirals. Oh, no! Right on. Well, thanks you guys so much for hanging out with me. And hopefully I'll see you guys around. So, bye!